Hello, everybody. Okay, I know I'm being chicken shit, not doing live, but I'm going to ease into that, I promise. I just wanted to do a quick little blurb on something that I've been seeing as far as this whole awakening goes, and that I wanted to caution people about. I am still, one big thing that we've been releasing is fear. Fear in general, doesn't matter of what. It's just the root is fear, right? And I have had a lot of that myself, and man, released so much. And what I've noticed, and maybe it's tapering off now, but last week, 2 weeks ago especially, a couple of these people that I had been following on Facebook and just enjoying their videos because they were very like-minded, saying all the same things that I say and saying all the things that I think. And then something changed. Something changed last week, early last week, late 2 weeks ago, when we were coming up on the Lion's Gate. All of a sudden the guidance was a little, and I don't want to say pushy. Pushy's okay. Like, we're being pushed. We're being told right now that, now is the time to focus on the positive. Now is the time to really kind of push ourselves and start stepping into our power and start helping people, right? And I am totally down with that, and I myself have needed a push from time to time. It's time right now to push ourselves, and I think those of us who are ready are going to do it, and if you're not, that's okay. And what I noticed in some of these groups, certain people, that it was very fear-based. All of a sudden it went from focus on love, help people, love and light, and we're all light workers, to one of the messages literally was, if you don't step into your power right now and start helping people, you're going to be punished. And I mean, the phrase that was used was dealt with, and that, like, I had been releasing so much fear, and that just made me so much more afraid. And is that the point? Is that what we're supposed to be doing, is instilling fear in each other? And that doesn't even compute to me. So I wanted to caution you, if you have some gurus, some mentors, which again, it's time to be our own gurus, right? It's time to join together, not necessarily needing each other to help us awaken, but needing each other to join forces and, to marry up our gifts and really start helping people in groups rather than staying isolated, staying separate, and being all by ourselves. And I'm feeling that big time in the energy too, is that it's time to join forces. But it's that time of, I need to have a session with you because I can't seem to, to shed this, I think is over for a lot of us, because now it's like, okay, this is coming, bye. And it's become that easy for the most part. But this fear, please don't buy into anyone telling you that if you don't really, if you don't step into your power, own your gifts, and get it done right now, that you're going to be punished, or that you're not going to ascend, or that you're not going to keep growing, because that's the worst. It's not true. It's a lie. It's part of the illusion that, I mean, this one in particular even went to the lengths of saying that that you would be separated from guidance, blocked from your guidance if you didn't heed their warning, and you would be dealt with, and you would basically be called home. You would die, is what this message was. And I immediately had to leave that group, block. I actually, a little creepy, I left the group within 24 hours of that coming out, and I waited, but I was like, no, this is not okay. And I left the group, and the next day, no kidding, the admin had added me back in. And there are thousands of people in this group, and I was like, how did they even notice that I left? Why on earth would they add me back in? So I had to leave again, and you have to click that thing that says, don't let anybody add you back in. It scared me, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing right now. So that's my message for today, my first video on this page. Hopefully I'll figure out how to upload it. which I guess is why people do lives, right? You don't have to worry about that stuff. Um, yeah, so just I caution you, and if you are, have a page and you are already have quite a following, gosh, please just be careful of the words you use, because the last thing, and yes, triggering people, great. Like if we're meant to trigger people to help them release, wonderful. This was not that. This was different. This was, you can't tell people that they're going to be separated from guidance, from source. That's such a lie and part of the illusion. So, and I'm not saying that this particular light worker is bad necessarily. In fact, everything that came out of his mouth up until that point resonated with me. Everything, and it was just wonderful to listen to him. And then all of a sudden, and I really just think maybe it's just a lapse. He's dealing with his own stuff. Everybody's got their own shit that we're releasing. So, just a lapse in judgment maybe, or just, I don't know. Maybe it did serve a purpose for some, but for me, it caused undue fear for a little while until I realized that it was, part of the illusion. So just, words are so powerful. And now is the time to lift people up and to support them and to help them through this. The goal, ultimately, right, is so that they don't have to go through what we have been through, that they don't have to go through months and months of, of severe depression and anxiety and wanting to check out, and months and months, years for a lot of us. The goal is to help them avoid that, right? Because it's all about love, and we chose this, and we're here to help them. So choose your words carefully, and just make sure that they're coming from your heart and not from ego or not from false guidance. So I love you guys. Later.